Hey, what's up? I've got some more lore content for you guys. I've got my favorite deck from the new expansion to showcase, and that is the infamous Jhin Annie Burn deck. This deck aims to play insanely aggressive, swarming the board and attacking relentlessly, and then finishing the game with Noxus burn spells. The main theme of the deck is to play units that have skills in order to level both champions and provide even more damage over the course of the game. I want to run through my card choices, explain why they're in the deck, and give you the knowledge to pilot the deck yourself. The code for the deck will be in the description below, along with the Mobalytics link. Before I get into the deck profile, if you're new, please consider hitting the subscribe button to stay up to date with my content. Our journey to 10k subs is still going strong, and I need all the support I can get, so it'd be awesome if you joined. This is the only channel where you get my specific style of content and in-depth guides, so you won't regret subbing. I also stream on Twitch often, so check me out over there if you're looking for live gameplay of someone who's hit high master tier every season, and even hit rank 1 in NA a while back. I'm trying to go for a Twitch partner push in the next couple of months, so it would mean a lot to have you stop by. Each and every person in chat goes a long way. With that, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. So, getting right into it, this is my day 1 or day 2 list. I do believe there could be some minor changes depending on playstyle, depending on matchups. I do want to try a couple things myself, but I think this is an extremely strong foundation. This exact list, by the way, has gotten me over 60% win rate over the course of like 50 games in High Platinum, fighting people who were Master Tier last season because of the reset. So it's been performing very well for me, much higher than the global average, so I'm really excited to show my version and why I think it is doing so well. So the typical way you have to build Jhin Annie, it's interesting, right? This is a new mechanic to Legends of Runeterra, called Wanderers or something like that. It's called, I don't know, it's some champion that classifies as their own region, and then it changes the way you deck build. So the way Jhin works is you may put any follower that has a skill into your deck during deck building. This breaks the region cap and allows you to bring units with skills from pretty much anywhere, right? So you go type in skill, see what characters have them. We got Crackshot Corsair from Bilgewater, we got Noxus, we got Piltover and Zaun, Targon, Ionia, Freljord, right? Shadow Walls, we're able to build units from anywhere. And then the second region you pick, where like if it's attached to your other champion, that's where you're going to get your spells from. So we are in Noxus, which allows us to have the burn finishers of Fervor and Decimate, and our champion is Annie. So with deck building out of the way, general tips, what I would recommend is type in skill, and then try to look for all the cards that have skills. You usually want to stay in the early game stuff because this is an aggressive deck, and you can kind of go your own different directions. You want to play more stun heavy, you can put in Sentry. If you want to put in spells, those also have synergy within Jhin and Annie's level up conditions. So you're also able to play some slow and fast speed spells and build your deck that way. So it's really interesting. So for my list specifically, let's take a look. Very, very aggressive. This should look like most pirate lists or most spider burn lists. So let's talk about it. We got Annie, first champion. Attack, I deal 2 damage to my blocker. If it's dead or gone, I deal 2 to the enemy nexus instead. So the opponents have to sacrifice a 2 HP unit to prevent face damage, and she gets to strike them before they can ever hit back. So it's basically like having quick attack. And if the unit isn't there, then she just deals 2 to the face, right? You just Mystic Shot the opponent's face. And this counts as a skill, so this helps level her as well. I've seen you play 6 fast spells, slow spells, or skills. And then she levels. When you level Annie, you get a Tibbers in hand. He has his own effect. And then she starts dealing 3 instead of 2, which is pretty crazy. She has 1 attack, so she can also push a little bit extra damage. Let's see. Her spell is really good. Pick an enemy unit. Or you can pick your own unit as well. Next time it takes any amount of damage, it just executes it, so you can use this in conjunction with other spells to create a vengeance type effect. Molten Shield, this is the effect of her skill. And then here's Tibbers. 6 mana 5/5 fearsome, play, stun an enemy, then deal 2 to all stunned or damaged enemies. So it counts as a little bit of an execute, AoE, and he gets to pick one thing and kill it outright if it's at 2 HP or less. Very cool. So she's very aggressive, she can be put into multiple burn strategies, and is just a really strong 1-drop. Next we have Crackshot Corsair. This is a skill. While allies attack, deal 1. Nice. Legion Rearguard is in here. He doesn't have a skill, but he is a premium attack unit. 1 minute 3/2 in the early game, beats over a lot of things, and he's just kind of good. I feel like having 12 1-drops is the correct number. If you try to take out Rearguard and you run just 9 1-drops, sometimes you don't open enough of them to have a strong early game, so I like the 12 list. You can do like Precious Pet instead of Rearguard if you desire, but he's just pretty good. You can also run Blade's Edge if you want to. Alright, let's see. Next is Saboteur, because this is a skill that deals damage. We got Boom Crew Rookie. Very nice to see Boom Crew back. He used to be really popular in a deck called P&Z Burn, which was just basically this kind of deck where you play a bunch of attack, deal X amount of damage to the enemy Nexus units, and just swarm the board. And now he's back. We get to play it with Synergy. Very nice. Deals a lot of extra damage. Demolitionist, because she is a skill to deal 2 to the enemy face. So as you can see, the general strategy, deal damage to the enemy face. All of our units in the early game tend to do that. Or we have stun cards. Solari Sunhawk, Daybreak, Stun the Strongest. This is a skill, really good to use on defense or offense, especially when you have Jhin developed, which we'll talk about later. Spellslinger, basically the same thing. This one is a targeted stun though, and it is a skill, so it has synergy. Tusk Speaker, this is a skill, deals 1 to both Nexuses. Of course, we care about hitting the opponent, so this is good. Also has Overwhelm, really aggressive 2-drop. Doom Beast, this is a skill, of course, it deals 2. Mana Soul Student, each round, the first time you play a fast, slow, or skill, I play Magic Embers. Very, very good card. This thing can get out of control so fast. It's like a must remove. Just a 3 mana 3/2. You usually want to hold this back on your bench. Don't really want to attack with it unless you really need to in order to get more face damage in. But if he just sits here a couple turns and gets a couple of these skills off, absolutely insane. Noxian Fervor, of course, Decimate to finish, and then the other champion, Jhin. So Jhin, while he is in hand, let me find. There's a lot of card text here. If Jhin started in your deck for every 3 fast, slow, or skills you play while you behold Jhin, so Jhin has to be in your hand or on board, play Lotus Trap. Lotus Trap says deal 1 to the enemy Nexus. Nice, so you just get 1 extra damage every time you play 3 skills or spells while Jhin is in your hand, and that kind of like ramps up over the course of the game. Just 1 damage here, 1 damage here, 1 damage here. You know, you're sometimes decimating the opponent's HP just by having Jhin. That's really good. And if Jhin is in play, you also get to stun the weakest enemy, which is nice because of his attack effect. Let's see, it says deal 2 to all stunned enemies. This obviously also has synergy with the Sunhawk and the targeted stun guy, that's the little spider, so that's really cool. Being able to aggressively stun and remove opponent's units to keep your board pressure up. If you've played 12 fast spells, slow spells, or skills over the course of the game, he levels and becomes an absolute menace that deals 4 to all stunned enemies and the enemy Nexus on attack. Basically game over, AoE Decimate. Jhin's spell deals 1, creates a card that deals 4. Don't really use this too much unless you like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I haven't used it too effectively. It's kind of nice at being able to proc extra Lotus Traps here and there. And that is pretty much it. That's all there is to it. So you just want to get Annie out. You want a hard mulligan for Jhin, make sure he's in hand, and then be able to pop off. So this is a very aggressive version of the deck. I have seen, and I've gotten a lot of questions about, Raven Bloom Conservatory. Why not run Tybulk in this, right? Well, the reason is Tybulk comes down on 6, and after that, your spells and skills deal 1 extra damage, yes, but for the most part, we're trying to end the game by turn 6. Turn 7 latest, so Tybulk almost never gets out value, and you have to play a 1-cost landmark, and that's like going down a unit, right? I'd always rather just play Rearguard over the landmark so I can get damage in. So that's why in this version where we go fully aggressive, we don't want to run the landmark. Now, a couple other things that you can run, like I mentioned earlier, got Blade's Edge, which is interesting because it is a fast speed spell. It helps level Annie and Jhin. Annie, of course, you have to keep in mind, she has to see you play the spells in order to level. Jhin is just over the course of the game. You can play Precious Pet instead of Rearguard. You can play Ravenous Flock because of stun synergy with the Sunhawk and Spellslinger. And you can play House Spider if you want. It's a couple bodies. No skill though, you gotta keep that in mind. Grenadier, not a skill, but can play him. And Arachnoid Sentry, which I kind of want to try to squeeze in. The more I've played this deck, the more I really value stuns. especially in certain turns where you have Jhin developed and he's able to also stun from his Lotus Trap. Very, very high value. So I'm going to try to mess with the list a tiny bit. I don't really know what I'm going to take out and try to get in the Sentry. So I highly recommend trying this deck as is and then playing with it, see what fits your playstyle and what different cards you can swap in and out. And that about wraps it up for the deck profile. Now here's some live commentary games so you can see how the deck plays out. I'll be giving context to why I'm playing certain cards and hopefully it gives you a good feel on how to play the deck. Alright, so for the first game we got Lurk. This hand is looking pretty spicy. We're not going to need Decimate. We definitely want 1-drops. Mana Soul Student, I'm not so sure. Mana Soul is really good, but we need to play a little bit more aggressive, and we need to try to find Jhin. Jhin is like the most important card because his effect activates while you have him in hand. So it's really important to mulligan for him. No Jhin, but wow, we got 1-drop Swarm. This should be good to beat Lurk. Lurk is already attacking on evens, which is weak for them. So that's good. We take that. Play our rear guard, because that's most damage here. And can't be efficiently blocked by the 1-cost lurkers, whereas Saboteur can actually die to the blockers. And as you can see, we're also rocking the Pulse Fire package. We got the board, we got the Jhin skin, and we have a little Pulse Fire chip. So that's also amazing. Got really good theming over here. Looks great. Chronomancer, huh? We'll just play another rear guard, and then we'll play Corsair. Here we go. So far, it kind of just looks like we're playing Pirates, right? It's a pretty standard Pirate opener. Mana Soul Student, that's good. I think we can actually play that here.
There's magic, and then there's me.
So I want to swing with just the 3/2s and get extra damage from these two. We'll see how hard we can push. Swarm. Ooh, all the pack Rek'Sai. We're going to take that. And then swing with just these. We'll kill both.
Cool.
Or they take 8. Like, I'm threatening 8 damage here. They'd go below 10 already.
It's not safe.
Yep. That is our board to take. Saboteur is good. And then we're just holding Burn. Oh, hello, Annie. Ah, Hammerfin Snout. Understandable. We can do Annie, right? No, let's do Saboteur first in case they're on another Hammer Snout. I don't want her to get targeted and vulnerable. Like that. Exactly. Cool. Now we can play Annie.
Whoa, I've never seen a doll with an aura.
And he's not just a doll.
Oh, that is ominous. Alright, so we protected Annie by playing her last. Very good for us, because we're going to need her to resolve at least once. Here we go. A quick 4 damage to face. Can probably also just decimate this turn.
Gently, gently.
Yep. Seven HP. That should be killable. We're at 15, and we don't die because we have a defensive stun. Oh, Boom Crew. Yeah, it's kind of over now. Yep. We will do first action Sunhawk, Daybreak Stun. And he's leveling on open attack. This is just kind of crazy here. Waking Sands is fine. Boom Crew Rookie go.
I can do this.
We just need to block damage with Sunhawk, I guess. Block here. I have to be careful of Bone Skewer for the most part, and that's it. They don't have a way to deal 1 damage, so Boom Crew can also block the 2-1. And I'll just take 5 to base. They're only on 4 mana. Alright, we just win on open attack now. With an Annie level as well.
Ready? I've got us covered. I want to play a game of hide and seek.
Yep, it's really easy to out-aggro Lurk. especially when we get to attack on odds. That's a feels good. Alright, for game 2, we got a mirror match in Plat 2. Let's go. Fervor, no. Manasol, maybe. Manasol's actually pretty good in the mirror, but again, what's super important is trying to get to Jhin. So we'll mulligan anything that's not 1-drops, so we have a higher chance of finding Jhin. Oh, there's Jhin. Literally perfect. Let's develop rear guard.
Where's my axe?
Then we'll do double skills on defense.
Let's get him.
Nice. We're getting 3 damage here. Rear guard's actually really good in the mirror. At least for attack 1. Now it's about to get a little sketchy though.
Never.
Saboteur.
No one's the wiser.
Annie. Alright, they're pretty far ahead.
Let's get him, crew. Oh, I want to play. Let's play. Very neat.
I'm surprised they wouldn't attack with just the crack shots too, like just all in it. Alright. Let's do Annie.
Let's go make some friends, Tibbers.
And probably Boom Crew Rookie, right? We just get to pop off this turn.
Explosives primed.
Boom Crew or Demo? I like Boom Crew.
Of course I'm ready.
This is so huge.
War Mason, reporting for duty.
Your own Demo, okay.
For the glory of Noxus.
And then we'll swing with everything that isn't Crackshot Corsair.
Put this here.
Right? Let me see. 3-2. We can swing with Corsair. Why not?
Aim. Finger on the
2
trigger.
cards in hand, 2 cards in hand. I have Jhin. They don't. I think it's fine. They're behind.
I've got us covered.
Sure, you want to value trade it? You got it. Puts you at 6 HP already. And then I'll just play Jhin on defense 4 and then go into open attack 5 and we should win there.
Time to go.
Missed.
That should be fine because we don't die to open. I'll block. Legit. Oh, we have double demo actually.
This'll shake 'em.
I want to play a game of hide and burn.
Okay, so we'll do 0-2 to 1-1, 1-3 here. We lose the Boom Crew, but we live with 8. That is very good for me. Yep. What happens if I do block over here? I go down to 6. I don't want to go down to 6. We're ahead. Could just do the Jhin now.
The stage is set.
Ah, Doom Beast does offset the HP gap a little bit. Oh, never mind. It wasn't Nightfalled. Oh, that's awkward. Spellslinger, just demos. Let's just demo it up.
Remember the objective. First the smoke, then the fire, then the jitters! The few for the many.
Damage. Straight up decimate? Oh, that's not very nice. I'm pretty sure it's actually stun here because let's see, it puts me up 1 attacker, right? So if I do stun this, then Jhin will also stun.
It's Mr. Kythero! Hi.
It's Kythera, Annie. Hey, Tibbers.
I have prepared something
Yeah, 2 stuns. I'm up 2 attackers actually, so this should be lethal now.
Let's go,
This is
Fang.
fearsome, can be blocked.
This time.
They want to play in the fire.
We also get to deal 2 damage to them because of Jhin. Pew pew! Sorry, I have to do the sound effect because the skin is bugged and doesn't play it. Nice.
And with that, Perfection.
It is just a Jhin diff. Alright, and for game 3 we got Howling Abyss. Ooh, we got Jhin and Annie both in an opening hand. That's crazy. Probably just do this, right? What if we curve though? What if we just keep Annie into Sunhawk into Manasol? I'm gonna try it. I actually really like Sunhawk on defense too versus Akshan. Hey, and there we go. If we don't have to play Sunhawk on 2, we have Boom Crew instead. Works for me. Let's get our Annie attack off. Oop. So we have options. No matter what, our turn 1 looks like Annie, our turn 3 looks like Manasol, and we'll see what happens 4. But turn 2 is an option. Okay, what's up, Decimate? Nothing. Then it's Boom Crew.
I can do this.
Straight up. We just Boom Crew it then. And then attack with both. Because what if they're on Troll Chant, right? Maybe I don't attack with both. Maybe I do Sunhawk Corsair. That seems broken. Now they have to develop another blocker, which should be hard. Ah, it's just Tavern Keeper, inefficient healing. Good.
I never miss.
We can also just full swing this, right? So I'm assuming... Oh my god, Annie's leveling? That's so broken. I'm assuming Troll Chant. If no Troll Chant and they want to value block 1-3, then Corsair gets to hit. If they block Corsair, then Boom Crew gets to hit, right? So because they're on 1 unit, we might as well just full swing this. We get damage somewhere. And now they see our Jhin as well. But we got Annie leveled on attack 3.
First the smoke, then the fire, then the jitters.
Pretty crazy.
Got us covered.
Troll Chant? Troll Chant doesn't even work against leveled Annie, does it? Yes, it would, because Annie's effect went off before she leveled, so... Because I was thinking, if she levels and then attacks, she gets to stun a blocker. But since she leveled before... Or since she leveled during her effect or whatever, she doesn't get the leveled up one.
I hope this works.
Alright, we full send. That is good. How easily can Jhin die?
I do not break rules. I bend them.
Jhin does not die easily. So they play below 3 mana, so no Merciless Hunter, and they played below 5 mana, so no Siphoning Strike. I feel like Jhin is just fine to develop.
Suffering is the beating heart.
And then we can do Manasol into Tusk. Desert Duel. Alright. Pretty lame, but you got it. Okay. No Shapestone in hand, because they didn't attack with 1 mana there. Do Manasol Student.
Whoa! I can see the magic.
Udyr, what's up?
Follow the old ways.
And we'll do Tusk Speaker, which will stun.
Song ends, then die.
Yep. Deal 1. Stun weakest. And then in 2 more skills, we'll stun the weakest again, which will be Akshan, and then deal 2 to both Akshan and the 2/2, so it's just kind of over, right?
History.
Let me look.
Places.
We have Decimate in hand, so we might as well just full swing. And it's also leveling Jhin. It's just so far gone. So check this out. We're going to get a second stun, going to deal 2 damage to both things. Check this out. Boom. Really cool level up animation.
Bullet to the face.
I've got meat
Yep.
bigger than you.
That blocks, and then 5-4 there. Sure, you live with 1, and your entire board's gone. Except for Udyr.
Is it not?
Pew, pew. There we go. Okay, free stance swap. You can do it. You can't do Ram because you will one-shot yourself. Yeah, it's just over then. Let's go! Leveled Annie on 3,
You have been a marvelous audience.
and lethal on 5. And that's it for this one. Please like and subscribe if you thought this video was informative or entertaining. It really helps me out since I'm still trying to grow. I'll be releasing more deck profiles, guides, and gameplay highlights in the near future. Definitely stop by the stream if you want to see this deck played live, and you can come and ask questions. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters!